Gerald, it's great to see you. We've just been chatting a bit already, but I wanted to ask you some questions for folks in Saintville Road to be able to hear. So just tell us a little bit, if you would, about who you are. Well, we know you're Gerald and Louise, but tell us who you are, who these fellas are, and tell us a bit about your association with Saintville Road, and broadly, what is it you're doing there in Nairobi? How are you serving God there? Or we'll wave to Daniel and Jeremiah.
Yeah, my name is Gerald. Louise here. We have Jeremiah.
Jeremiah is wearing navy trousers.
Yes. Just in case they interchange in some places, yes. Yes. I came to Belfast in 2010. I went to Belfast Bible College, and during my time there, are you all right? All right. Yeah. Daniel is saying he's not sure about that. Sorry. Yes, I came to Belfast in 2010, and then went to Belfast Bible College. And during that time, John Hamilton and Alistair Bill visited the church, visited the college, and I met them there, and they were interested in me coming to Saintfield Road Church, and that's where our partnership with Saintfield Road started. So I started coming to church. I was involved in some of in the services, but more so I was involved in various things that were happening in the church. I've come to know a bunch of people there, which is lovely. And yeah, so it's been a good fellowship coming to Saintfield Road Church. But also there were, Saintfield Road has been involved in my education, so paid for my school fees at the Belfast Bible College, which I'm always grateful for. And yes, I met Louise, my wife, through Jean and Billy, and John. John is also involved in that whole story. Johnny is involved in that whole story, which is nice. So yes, I met Louise when I went to for lunch at Jean and Billy's house. Yes, yeah, who are Louise's auntie and uncle, which is nice. And then we got married actually in the church, and we moved back to Nairobi in 2016, where we've been serving with an organization called SRPC Africa. We've been involved in discipleship for high school leavers. So people who've just finished high school, preparing to go to college and university or to look for work, and they come and stay with us for 6 months. So that's the program we are involved in. Louise and I have been involved in teaching and training for those guys, but also equipping and discipling them for their next stage of life. So that's what we've been doing for the last 3 years, now going to the 4th year.
Brilliant, Gerald, thank you. So that gives us a broad view. That's lovely to hear that. Obviously, life at the moment is quite busy and exciting, largely because of this pair here, Daniel and Jeremiah. Number 3 on the way, is that right, at the end of August?
Yeah.
Another stuff going on in the world as well, but these two are particularly important in all that. Tell us, outside of loving these boys and bringing them up, in your work in iServe, you talked about discipling young people and taking them on for 6 months. What does that look like on a day-to-day or week-to-week basis? How are you guys involved, and what sort of things do you do with them?
The idea is that these are young people who just finished high school and probably not very sure about their own faith, or probably not have read the Bible themselves properly. So the idea is that they will come to us and we will read the Bible together with them, and we will teach them faithfully. We live in a community where the Word of God is largely not taught faithfully. So we have people who would preach what we call prosperity gospel. Prosperity that says that when you come to faith, that all things will go. Sicknesses, poverty will go, but actually you live a good life. So we that's what we are grappling with as a society. So when they come to us, we teach them the faithful, the Word of God faithfully, and so it will entail things like, for example, reading the Word of God from the book of Mark. Who is Jesus? What does it mean to follow him? So yeah, so that's what we will do. But also we will be helping them to ask questions of what does it really mean to believe in Jesus. So that are the activities we do. Our main focus is discipleship, bringing them to faith, helping them understand what is God saying in His Word, but also helping them to ask those questions. So on a normal day, we will have prayer time in the morning, and then we'll have the Word of God taught during the day, and in the afternoon we'll have activities. So those activities will be like going to the farm or playing games or just socializing, helping them to sort of continue the conversation about their faith and what they have learned during the day.
Gerald, thank you. I love hearing all that about discipleship. I remember when you were here maybe at the end of last year and sitting and listening and thinking so much to learn from these guys about intentional discipleship and in community. I think we have so much. At other times, we would love for us to hear more about that and learn about that. But that sounds terrific work. Tell us though, because we're all across the globe in different ways going through this COVID-19 kind of crisis. How are you and iServe and your discipleship work and your church, how have you fared in these days? What's that looking like for you?
Our ministry, Christian ministry is about people, really. It's about physical presence. And when COVID came, we had to close our program and people had to go home. So we've continued online, getting to hear how these guys are doing and following them up with calls, prayers. I've just mentioned about, we were talking about the area about we have called some few people so that we can come. They can come and we can pray with them and ask them how is the life going. But yeah, we're trying to move things online now. We've just finished materials for Galatians, Bible study materials for Galatians. And this week, few of them came and we gave them the materials to go home with. So they are using them now at the minute. And our hope is that we'll continue to do that. That is as our program. Now, iServe has other programs. They have also moved online. So we are creating content online. We are teaching online, and people are feeding back online as well. As a church where we go to, our services have now moved online. So we have pre-recorded Sunday services that are prepared on a Thursday and broadcast on a Sunday. So we still get to go to church, good online church, where we are nourished, which is nice. And yeah, so the challenge of meeting, because we can't meet more than 15 people. So the last several Sundays, we've been having service here in the house, online, yes.
That's interesting to hear that you're meeting there in the house, and at this time we're still working through what possibly worship looks like for us too. I know one of the things that obviously COVID-19 has affected is as a team coming from here to see you guys, and they were really looking forward to seeing you and spending time with you and being on an iServe camp. And certainly one of the things we're thinking about at the moment is how even for that team to still bring closure to that, but still keep for all of us at Saintville Road that kind of partnership on our agenda, even looking forward to the future. So there's obviously disappointment here that couldn't happen, but we're still kind of looking forward at how that might continue to be in the future. I think really excited about the possibilities of the great stuff of all that's going on out there in terms of discipleship with you guys. Tell me this. There's obviously some challenges at the moment, but are there, as you look ahead to the coming months and year or so, what are some of the either the challenges or what are some of the excitements that you have? We've heard a little bit in the past about. We've heard a bit in the past about terrific numbers of young people coming and going through the discipleship program, and that sounds so brilliant. What else is exciting you or challenging you at the moment? I
think previously discipleship. Also, yeah, that's Sorry, thank you very much. Discipleship wasn't done online, so it was more meeting people. And I guess now the challenge, the COVID has presented to us an opportunity where we can now actually present the gospel to a wider audience. So the content that we are creating is not just for the people who come to our programs, but actually there are larger communities that are actually being able to access. We have actually done part of our YouTube survey shows us that the people who access our content are not just the people who come to our church or to our programs, but actually is creating a wider audience. So that's an opportunity, really. But actually now we can start thinking about producing content that goes far and wide. Oh, sorry, Daniel is trying to tickle me now.
I have to say, this is the point. This is the point where I should show everyone the video that you sent me of you presenting God's big picture, because this is the kind of online stuff you're talking about with a wider audience, isn't it? And it's terrific.
Absolutely.
We're going to be looking in September at the Bible overview, so I'll probably show a bit of your video and get people to watch it as a kind of education.
Yeah.
Those kind of
what is lacking very much on this continent is materials made by Africans for Africans. And technology is only recently, even the last couple of years, technology has gone crazy. So this may be a sort of catalyst for organizations like iServe, and not only iServe, to produce materials that then can be freely available for people online. And it's just that you're reducing the culture and the context sort of issues. So hopefully it'll bear fruit.
Right. Well, tell me this one last question. Obviously, we can have a good idea of the things you've said and what we see of how we can be praying for you. But is there anything in particular that as a congregation who love you and support you, we can be praying for you?
Yes, I'll say one and Luis will say another. One of the things actually we've been thinking is taking this work of Transform to other parts of the country. I think last year when we came over, we told you that we are hoping that in coming months and years, the work of Transform will grow to other places. Already we have interest groups, 2 places that we are already considering to take this work to. So we have a place called Voi. Voi would be half the distance between here and Mombasa, so about 4 hours away from Nairobi. We have a group there that is interested in taking the work of Transform to there. So you can pray about that. The Lord will bring people and resources for that work. We also considering another place called Gom in coming years, maybe. And the work will continue to grow there as well. So yes, that the Lord will continue to multiply this work. And the partnership that we have, the prayers, we send our prayer letters, and we get so many feedbacks of people who are praying for us. We have a lot of support from St. Field Road itself. And I think St. Field Road is the biggest, if we were to count the churches in terms of numbers. The people we have who support our work, St. Field Road is on the top of the list there. So we're really grateful to God that you partner with us. Actually, the work we do is not just Gerald and Louise who do it. I think we should actually say this, the work of St. Field Road in Kenya, because the support and and the encouragement we get there is quite big.
Another prayer point would be the baby will be coming hopefully very end of August or beginning of September. These boys will be 17 months. So we're trying to get them prepared as much as we possibly can with things like sleeping at night and things like getting themselves up onto the sofa. I had a cesarean to have the twins, so I'll have to have another cesarean, and that's quite a big factor as I'm not going to be able to lift them. So for at least the first couple of months. So trying to get them, they can climb onto the sofa. So helping them practice that, and just thinking about what life will actually look like. We have help here, which is good, but just prayer for the health and strength and energy that goes into taking care of 3 tiny people. As you can see, they're very energetic, but they're getting much more independent. So yeah, just prayer for that, I think, as a family, and particularly for Gerald, actually, because he will have to fill in the gap. Whatever the gap is, he will have to fill it. So prayer for that, please.
Absolutely, absolutely. Listen, that's so lovely to hear, so lovely to see. We will be praying for you. We're praying for shorter term, maybe number 3 coming, and all that involves. We're with you in that and praying for you in that, and longer term missional mothers. That's terrific to hear. Thank you so much for spending a bit of time sharing that with us. Let me say to you, Gerald and Louise, Daniel and Jeremiah, the Lord bless you and keep you.